I just, again, thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
I think his spirit is having somewhat of a... I think his spirit is uncovering the song.
Can't wait.
I'd like to take a couple of moments here to read a short biography of Joseph. Obviously, most of the family knows about him, but for those who don't, in Vermont's Green Hill Mountains sits the state's third largest city, Rutland, the birthplace of Joseph A. Silva. Joseph, born on November 18, 1946, to Joseph and Frances Silva, was the typical all-American boy. Joseph entered Mount St. Joseph Academy in the fall of 1960. In high school, Joseph was a true leader, member of the National Honor Society, selected to attend Boys State, and in his junior year was selected to Vermont's All-State football team. Joe dreamed of attending the United States Military Academy at West Point. After a year at Norwich University, the Military College of Vermont, Joe received an at-large appointment to West Point and entered the West Point class of 1969. Cadet Silva's profile in the 1969 West Point yearbook, The Howitzer, provides insight into his character. Joe's unique personality and mannerisms, known to all but appreciated by only those who know him best, make him the most unforgettable character we've ever met. His friendly ways and desires to do well make him a success in all his attempts. In the fall of 1968, Cadet Silva met Margie A. Mahalik of Oakland, New Jersey, while attending a dance at Cullum Hall at West Point. June 4, 1969, Cadet Silva was commissioned to second lieutenant and headed to the U.S. Army Basic Officers Course at Fort Benning, Georgia. On Labor Day 1969 at Fort Benning, Joseph and Margie were married. Lieutenant Silva received orders for Vietnam on February 14, 1970. After arriving in South Vietnam in August, Lieutenant Silva was assigned to the Recon Platoon in E Company 1st Battalion, 12th Infantry of the 4th Infantry Division, operating in the Central Highlands. Lieutenant Silva was an outstanding platoon leader and knew his profession well. His legacy of the West Point class of 1969 pages reads, early in his tour he received the Silver Star for gallantry in action. Joe's platoon had come under heavy enemy fire from two hostile bunker positions. He courageously exposed himself to that fire while maneuvering his platoon to direct fire against the bunkers. His actions forced the enemy to withdraw. Since darkness was descending, Joe moved his platoon into a defensive position and called for and adjusted artillery fire until dawn. At first light, Joe personally engaged and thwarted the probe of his position. In addition to the Silver Star, the nation's third highest military decoration, Lieutenant Silva was awarded the Bronze Star and Air Medal for actions unknown. As evening descended on September 25, 1970, Lieutenant Silva and his recon platoon settled in for a long night at their ambush point. They had spent the latter part of the day setting up tripwires to ambush the Viet Cong known to be operating in the area. In the morning, after an uneventful night, the tripwires had to be deactivated. Lieutenant Silva, Sergeant John F. Burchard, Specialist First Class Richard Taylor, and Corporal John A. Agrill went out to deactivate the tripwires. It is unknown which of the four men accidentally tripped the wires, resulting in the death of Lieutenant Joseph A. Silva and three of his men. A Green Army vehicle with U.S. Army markings pulled into the driveway at 58 Cardinal Avenue, Cardinal Drive in Oakland at 9 a.m. Monday, September 28th. Two officers had come to notify Margie of her husband's death. On February 10th, 1971, Joseph A. Silva Jr. was born. The sad news of Joseph's death quickly spread to his friends and classmates at West Point. Cadet Howard E. Watkins called his squad leader, Cadet Silva, and related on the West Point org. We were in a class at Thayer Hall our first year when I heard Joseph had been killed. He was such a good man. We were all despondent. He was gracious, level-headed, dignified leader, someone we tried to emulate. I remember him often all this time. I have seen his name on the Vietnam Memorial Wall, and am grateful that he will be memorialized for all time. I would like his family to know that he is remembered often and fondly, and that his example would not be forgotten. We lost so many, so young, and Joe is the best of all of us. I hope that by this dedication of Cardinal Drive will be a lasting tribute to Lieutenant A. Silva and his wife Margie and son Joseph, who are with us today. The citizens of Oakland, New Jersey, honor and salute the sacrifice of Lieutenant Joseph A. Silva, United States Army. We will now have the unveiling. We will now have our benediction.
God our Father, it's only a sign, but it represents something far deeper than that. So bless this sign, bless all those who will see it, all those who will remember, and all those who cherish the memory of First Lieutenant Joseph A. Silva. May the Lord bless us and keep us. May the Lord let his face shine upon us and be gracious to us. May the Lord look upon us kindly and give us his peace, now and forever.
Amen.
Amen.
We will now render honors.
Color guard, left hand here. Port, arms. Aim. Fire. Aim. Fire. Aim. Fire. Present arms. Order, march. Parade, rest.
We will now retire the colors. Thank you all for coming, and this concludes our ceremony.
Color guard, left hand here.
second?
Pull out.